If you've been married longer than a day or two, you know that sometimes we do things to our spouse without realizing that what we're doing is causing damage in the process. In today's video, I want to set the record straight on why you should stop giving your wife flowers, or if you've already ruined flowers for her, stay on until the end because I will tell you what to do to fix it. As part of the series that I'm calling Don't Be That Guy, gentlemen, listen up. This is the one called Don't Be the Guy That Ruined Flowers for His Wife. So first off, why am I talking about flowers? And how can you ruin flowers for anybody, right? Is that even possible? Here's how you may be in this boat right now. Your wife, she used to love flowers. She appreciated them. She adored it even when you would walk through the door holding a bouquet of flowers in your hand. But then this happened. You would only bring flowers after something went wrong, after you've messed up somehow. As in, I am so sorry I did this, right? Or I don't even know what I did, but I'm sorry that this is where we are right now. The flowers then became this thing. Instead of being this kind of celebratory, exciting thing, a sort of beautiful moment on a random Tuesday, they became something that carries along with it this aftertaste or flavor of bitterness, where the response ends up almost being one of concern. Why am I getting flowers now? What happened? How did he mess up now? And she's rightly asking because you've done it in the past. Now, I don't know that we necessarily talk about the fact that we as women are not necessarily great at saying this. What I mean is, I don't know that we are really good at saying out loud the words, do you realize that I now kind of dread getting flowers from you because every time that they show up, there's something that's accompanying them that I'm not a fan of, where it's part of a larger discussion, something happened, something that we need to deal with, something we need to talk about, or you messed up in one way or another. And this is you trying to get yourself dug out from the hole that you dug for yourself. Now, I see your defenses going up already. For those of you that will start throwing back all the arguments at me that say, oh, my wife doesn't love flowers. She never has. I don't have to worry about this. If it's truly not flowers, and it may be true, I'm sure that there's some wives out there that genuinely don't care about them, right? Or have allergies or what have you. You may be right. That may not be your wife's thing. But if it's not flowers, what is it? That's my question to you, right? What have you used, or what have you abused or misused to a degree where now, instead of it being what it used to be, creating this joyous interaction between the two of you, it's become less than. It's become the opposite of that. Is it her favorite drink from Caribou or Starbucks that used to bring her joy and it would just make her face shine? But now it has this weird aftertaste. Is it taking her out to lunch at a place where she previously enjoyed going to, but now, because it's connected to this series of mess up after mess up, that food, for some reason, no longer seems appetizing? Is it going to a place, or is it going on a walk that would previously adore, right, that you would previously adore going on, and now that's changed? Whatever it may be, and if you know that it's not flowers, and if you're unsure at all about the answer, I would recommend that you do what I always tell my couples to do. Can you guess what that is? Go ask her. If you don't know where to start, you can always just say, hey, am I misreading this? Or is this really not that important to you anymore? Or you can ask, is there a place in our relationship where I have made something taken something that used to be enjoyable and really fun before and now turned it into something that you no longer look forward to because it's attached to this major mess up moment in our marriage of some sort. And once you find that out, and it's not the flowers, if it is in fact the type of restaurant or the type of food or the geographic location, or if it's the lake that you used to walk around together, or if it's your favorite dessert, take note. For me, I could see this happening if it was truffle fries. I love me some truffle fries. So if every time, or if the only time that I'd get those from my husband, at some point I'd probably say, you know what? I'd rather just not get any truffle fries because now they don't taste any good anymore. They have this accompanying aroma that I dread way more that I enjoy. Does that make sense? So whatever it may be, it can be anything. Here's what you say. That's how you ask the question. Is there something that I changed, that I turned from being a positive experience or being a positive and great gift that you used to enjoy to now something that you dislike or maybe even dread? Or you have that reaction internally or externally of dread. Oh, I hope I'm not getting another one of those, right? Because of what that now means. Now, once you figure that out, once that is, right, like once you know what that is for your wife, there's a way to get yourself out of that. And here's how to do it. And that's the good news. There is something you can do about it. You can also dig yourself out of the hole, even if you have been known to kind of perpetually or with some frequency break this rule or make this a thing. Here's how you do it. And it's not rocket science. It's super simple. I'm even willing to bet that if you sat on it for a solid minute and a half, you'd probably figure this out all on your own. But since you're here, I'm just going to help you. I'm going to help you out so that you don't have to waste even those 90 seconds of your life. It's 4 words. No, wait, 5. You make it your job. 5 words. You make it your calling to bring the caribou fancy drink or the flowers of her choice or the meal from the restaurant of your choosing. But do it with nothing else attached to it. You do it when there's been no fight, no disagreement, there's nothing that you're trying to make up for, right? When you didn't forget something, when you didn't pull off a no-show, there's nothing that you're trying to clean the air after. You just pull it off on a random Tuesday in June. No reason whatsoever, other than doing something lovely for your wife. None of the, I'm being remorseful, I'm showing you, that by bringing you this. It's just, I am bringing this for you to enjoy, period. What a concept, right? I'm just bringing this to tell you and to show you that I love you and that I care. And I want this to be something that's, again, enjoyable for you. That's it. I want to do this as a way to rebuild that relationship between said coffee drink and you, as it may be. So, your assignment, if you choose to accept it, is this. Number 1, if you don't know where you stand on this issue, find out. My experience doing this for 12 years, my guess is you and your wife have one of these. I don't know that I would say all couples have one or have this going on, but most do, where they've mistreated something that previously was in the category of that was so fun, or I really love this, to now this. There's likely something that most of you could pay attention to. Once you know what it is, then it's really easy to do something about it. So step number 2 then, once you know what it is, you beat her to the punch. You beat yourself to the punch. You change the narrative of this thing and make it fun again. So off you go. It's not that hard. I promise it doesn't require that much time or attention, yet it's so worth the outcome. It just means that you may need to look at your calendar and figure out, okay, how do I do this? How can I make this happen? My question back to you is this: when would be a good time where it would catch her completely by surprise? When it would catch her off guard all the way and it wouldn't have anything attached to it. No negative feeling, no negative experience. I'm just doing this. I know you love this. This is for you. No strings attached. Enjoy, and I'm going back to work. Or enjoy, and I got the kids for the afternoon, and you do what you want to do. The options are limitless. Just make it count. It's so worth it. Today is just as good a day as any to start, that is. So you do with this information what you will, and let me know how it goes. If you found this helpful and all you can think of is Tom or Gary or Mark, if you have a friend who is in this exact sort of a pickle right now, do the right thing. Send them this video and tell them they have to watch it. And if you're watching this and you're married to one of these men, share it with them. It will do both of you good. Maybe not right away, but they will eventually be grateful that you did. All right. I'll see you in the next video.